Okay, here we go then. Sorry about that. So,
today's exercise is called Jackanory and involves reading a story whilst holding your breath. It's best done in a group of people. One person holds their breath full lung and reads from the book, whilst everybody else holds their breath empty lung and tries to hold their breath for as long as the speaker continues to speak. Once it's finished, you simply hand the book to the next person and repeat. So, with the aid of modern technology, we're going to have a go at demonstrating. If we're all sitting comfortably, then I'll begin. Squire Trelawney, Dr. Livesey and the rest of these gentlemen, having asked me to write down the whole particulars about Treasure Island from the beginning to the end, keeping nothing back but the bearings of the island, and that only because there is still treasure not lifted, I take up my pen in the year of grace 17 and go back to the time when my father kept the Admiral Benbow Inn, and the grown old seaman with the sabre cup first took up his lodgings under one roof.
I remember him as if it were yesterday, as he came plodding to the inn door, his sea chest following behind him in a hand barrel, a tall, strong, heavy nut-brown man, his sari pigtail falling over the shoulder, his soiled blue coat, his hands ragged and scarred with black broken nails, and the sabre cut across one cheek, a dirty, livid white. I remember him looking round the cover and whistling to himself as he did so, and then breaking out in the old sea song that he sang so often afterwards.
15 men on the dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum in the high, old, tottering voice that seemed to have been tuned and broken at the capstan bars. Then he rapped on the door with a bit of a stick like a handspike that he carried. Then when my father appeared, called roughly for a glass of rum. This, when it was brought to him, he drank slowly like a connoisseur, lingering on the taste and still looking about him at the cliffs up on our signboard.
This is a handy cove, says he at length, and a pleasant situated grog shop. Much company, mate? My father told him no, very little company, the more was the pity. Well then, said he, this is the berth for me. Here, you, matey, he cried to the man who trundled the barrow, bring up my alongside and help up my chest. I'll stay here a bit, he continued.
well, thank you very much for that. So that was Julian's Jackanory with Kate, Alicia, Matt, Chubb, and Julian. So thank you very much for taking part in that. I hope you all gave it a go. It's our first attempt at having an interactive live stream. So it's very interesting just to even try it yourself. So the PDF's on the Facebook group, so have a read of it, and you think it'd be quite easy, but controlling your breath to read a certain section, a paragraph with in one breath is actually quite tough. So give it a go, just that bit, even without the empty lung holds, and then the more expression you put into it, the harder it becomes, and more relaxed you become, you just kind of waste air. So that breath control is super interesting to play with. The book's there, so you've heard 4 people do it the first 4 sections, but give it a go. It's just simple breath control, but it's not easy. Okay, so a wonderful exercise. for a group, wonderful exercise for on your own. And hopefully if you can watch back, you can do the empty lung holds again later as well. So hopefully tomorrow Marco's got a video. He's promised it's on its way, so hopefully we'll have that up for tomorrow night session. Thanks for joining us. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but it kind of worked, I think, in the end. Okay, thanks a lot. Ciao, ciao.